we have to also be careful. A lot of people will say Old Testament Jews believe the same thing as Jews today, and it's like, no, they're after 70 AD especially. You have all those Pharisees, the rabbis, teaching new things. They don't say great things about Jesus. They don't say great things about
even more radical,
really bad stuff. Yeah, very antichrist stuff. And in 1 John, you talk
the Sanhedrin times 2.
Yes, I mean they murdered Jesus Christ. You see in the book of Acts, Peter says that. Peter says, he's like, men of Israel, you who crucified the Lord Jesus. I mean, he's calling them out because they handed Jesus, a Jew, over to Rome. Mm-hmm. And so we want to be very clear. Like Paul talks about in the first century, Paul himself says, Old Testament Israel, has God forsaken them? By no means. And he's like, I'm an Israelite. I'm a member of the tribe of Benjamin. Look at me, look at my pedigree. I'm a Jewish person that comes from the lineage of the Old Testament Israel, and I believed in Jesus. So I also want to make it clear, man, that Jew or Gentile today, Jew or non-Jew, believe in Jesus Christ, and you can be saved. I know a friend of mine, he's a Jewish guy, and he came to faith in Jesus Christ, and he is on fire for the Lord Jesus. Like he came to our church a few times and visited. Again, we just want to be very clear. The love of God is
What
available.
was he before accepting Jesus?
He was an Orthodox Jew up in New York or New England. Yeah, he was in the Orthodox movement, Orthodox Judaism, and he began to realize there is no life here. Mm-hmm. There is no life here. He converted to faith in Jesus and saw Jesus as Messiah, and he's Christian. He professes to be a Christian Jew. And he's walking with the Lord. And so the love of God is available to Jew or Gentile, but it's prevalent today, especially with the Israel stuff and who are God's chosen people, because whenever you're talking to other Christians about who is God's chosen people, end times, Israel or the church, all this stuff, a lot of times you'll hear, oh, this is a secondary or tertiary issue. Let's not get in the weeds on this. And I'm saying, I agree in terms of Christian unity. Mm-hmm. Like, let's be unified on the gospel, all that. But
in terms of like them needing to know that Jesus is the Messiah and to be saved.
Exactly.
Isn't that always primary issue?
It's always primary. However, when your views on Israel begin to affect your nation's view and your nation's actions toward another nation state, pulling from your tax money, affecting your rhetoric, affecting your churches, that sort of thing, your churches are looking toward a Ted Cruz rather than your pastor.
Sure.
That becomes a big problem that you should address. And I think the Bible is very clear on these topics.
Mm-hmm. Aren't there like portions of modern day Israel that are like really, really dangerous for Bible believing Christians?
Yeah. I mean, there are.
I've just seen some TikToks of like, the on-screen text will be like, you shouldn't wear your cross in public in like Israel or something. And he's like in a really crowded area. And then he flips the camera around. He's like, I don't care. I got God with me. And he's like got his cross out.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, dang. Is it dangerous for people that profess Christ?
I've never been. I don't know. I've seen the videos. Like I watched Apologia Studios, Jeff Durman, that they played some clips of Christians in Israel walking through Israel and being spit upon by the Orthodox Jews and the rabbis, and I'm sure like Christianity, I used to be in recruiting, and I recruited for this organization that was trying to build Christian businesses in Israel, and like it's 1%, not even 1% of Israel are born again Christians, lowercase o, Orthodox Christians, right? So it's probably dangerous, no doubt. I know that a lot of Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, Oriental Orthodox, like there's not a great reception of them by Israel.
So maybe more so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
maybe not life-threatening.
Maybe not. I don't know. You never know. It's hard to believe the news.
Yeah. There's different people on the spectrum of not radical to radical.
And unless you have somebody on the ground in Israel, like I couldn't tell you, but I just know there's, especially those who are more Orthodox Judaism rabbis, that kind of thing. They're not very.
So they still use the term rabbi today?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's rabbis today. Yeah, for sure. In your local Jewish synagogue in Raleigh. Yeah.